You know, I didn't finish the story, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, something happened this morning, you know what I'm saying, where, it was time for something to happen and I was against it. So I voiced my opinion. And then I thought about it and I said, you know what I'm saying? My son let him do it. Then I thought about, but they lie a lot saying that he said, Abba, Father, why did you forsake me? You know that's a lie. Abba, Father sound like baby talk, babbling. It ain't no making sense out of it. It ain't no other language he screamed out. He just was in pain or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And whatever he said, they sitting up there talking about, he said, Abba, Father, why did you forsake me? Why would anybody that have so much trust and love in God, you know what I'm saying, say, why would you forsake me? He ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna blame God for none of that. Just like Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with their right mind would know it wasn't Adam and Eve's fault about eating no fruit. God said don't eat in the midst of the garden. You know who fault it was. And they ain't know nothing about it. She was walking around and wasn't eating shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said, did God tell you not to eat of the fruit of the tree? And she was eating stuff, but she was eating out the right tree. And then, he said, then serpent gonna tell her, did he say not to eat? Did God say not to eat the trees of the garden? And she said, no, he told us to eat the trees of the garden. He said we could eat the trees of the garden, but the one in the midst of the garden, we cannot eat nor touch. You know what I'm saying? Then he went on to say, and that's where the blasphemy came in at, when he went on to say, oh, God just know, God don't want you to know that the day you eat of it, you gonna know you naked. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have no clothes on. They didn't know they was naked. So, the devil told them, you gonna know you naked. And you gonna be as gods. So, of course, that's gonna make anybody that then heard of God, and Adam and Eve heard of God, because they talked to him. And then, when the serpent went against God, like he knew more than God, or like, he knew what God knew that they didn't know, it made her curious. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't her fault that she was curious. It was his fault for gossiping and, slandering God's secrets or whatever it was. If he knew that God didn't want her to know that, and he knew what it was doing to him and his folk, he shouldn't even approach her with it. So it wasn't Adam and Eve fault. Damn sure it wasn't Adam, because he wasn't even in that. And they got in the Bible that, Adam was first. Adam didn't do nothing. Adam was not deceived. Eve was in the transgression, but she wasn't even in the transgression. The transgression was Satan alone for opening his mouth and telling them that they was naked. You know what I'm saying? I asked, who told you you was naked? You know what I'm saying? And then Jesus said they gonna hate you because they hated me first. And I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I said, since my son allowed him to do it, I know poison and stuff like that won't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And I said, since they want to do it, I might as well let them do it. And after they do it, let them deal with the consequences. All of a sudden, I heard screaming going on with my little 2-year-olds. Both 2-year-olds screaming to the top of their lungs. Then next thing you know, they walk in the garage, screaming, hollering, trying to get him on. Then when they got up here and the cartoon started, they was quiet as a mouse. Then I started playing with them, they laughing. But they know what I'm saying, because it echoes in everybody's soul when God comes. Here, that's my name, Adam. Kids call me here. That's Amir. Amir is here. You know what I'm saying? Here. Here. Almond, what you see, an almond tree. The tree planted by the rivers of water, living water. Your grandfather. Shit, Peck and Adam.
This is the best tool I've ever used for my business. Seriously, it was a complete game changer for me.
And they could have misjudged or judged someone here that was trying to court someone. Now something is changing. Somebody in their thoughts that something has changed. This could be your spiritual community or your actual community.
And it killed me for TD Jakes to sit there and be wanting to sacrifice God. Me, you know what I'm saying? Sitting there talking about, that's why I ain't gonna let you be God and all that shit. Where my money? Where my money? We ain't come to raise the dead. You know what I'm saying? I sabotaged you. And I would have helped you. I could have helped you, but I wanted you to lose your opinion. And then come back, you know, a year later talking about it. You gotta drop the charges. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Now, how can you sit up there and be full-fledged devil? Full-fledged on a nigga ass? Full-fledged about your business? To killing, stealing, and destroying, talking about a sacrifice of human life? God's? And then say, you gotta drop the charge. Man, it don't even sound, that don't even sound right to me. This God.
Okay.
And I might have dropped the charges. He don't know it. His wife might be healed.
So
he just don't believe she healed because he know what he doing the fuck.
Obstacle in the way
me.
of something, or now there's an obstacle in the way of something and somebody is stressed out. If, like, say whoever this was in the community, everybody go to this person because X, Y, and Z, somebody is not in that energy anymore.
He got that money. He had that money. Shit. When he had $18 million,
you know, there could be something going on.
That's a rich man. I remember he's preaching a sermon talking about he seen a man somewhere and he looked at him and he looked at him and they looked at each other and just knew they was for each other because they had a lot of money. Shit, come on, man. That was his sermon. They knew who each other was because they was rich. Come on, man.
So they could have got a letter. Somebody could be losing a home.
Sermons about respect and money. Come on,
energy.
Man. Killing, stealing, and destroying. What money
is going on?
You see y'all sit up there fussing amongst each other about money now. Who gonna work? Who gonna do this? Who gonna work for $7 an hour?
We got key. Significant relationship.
Somebody you forcing to do it.
Soul connection. Somebody was trying to cause obstacles for a soul connection with a masculine narcissist, or they was being narcissists.
Yeah, they were being narcissists.
Is somebody having obstacles with a man or something? A significant relationship somebody tried to cause a delay for. They were trying to cause delays, obstacles, slow movement. Just to cause some sort of conflict.
You know, I feel like I'm right on time. Because 1990 was when Uncle Peck died, and he was born again 1991, 8 months, a day early. So, you know, I know, after, you know, when that 930 was up, and I did them 33 years as Jesus, you know what I'm saying, making that 963. Then we was in together for 1,000 years, you know, planning the new resurrection, the rap show and all that, singing and dancing and all that in Christ, you know what I'm saying, as Christ. And those that was with the devil, you know, was plotting and scheming on how they gonna get us all messed up and do this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then after that 1,000 years, we came back, 1963. Soon as we dropped down, killed John Fitzgerald, you know what I'm saying? Fitzgerald, me. And that's where Jeremy got his name, Fitzgerald me. Fitzgerald me. I'm Richard Fitzgerald Harris Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's Aris. Aris. My hair don't go past a quarter of an inch. Shit, though. I really don't need it cut. You know what I'm saying? That's like me and Uncle Peck. Ain't nothing gone off the top yet. They swore my shit was gonna be gone. They swore it was going away in 2000. My daughter 23. I still got hair, man. And still live. You know what I'm saying? So God told me 33 more years, you know what I'm saying, from today. You know what I'm saying? That means my granddaughter, that's ain't but a couple of months old, gonna be 33 when I turn 90. That's gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, I'm lifting weights and growth hormone is available to us then, and steroids, or the doctor give it to you the proper way. I know how to give it to myself, and I know how to give it to others. You know what I'm saying? I know how to wean you off of it so your body can normally pick back up and grow its own testosterone. And then when you go back on it, you go back on it slowly, and then get to your maximum. And then when you come back off after a couple of months, then you come back, you know, wean yourself off of it a little bit at a time. And then your body go back to normal, making its own. And that's the way you do every sickness or disease. You know what I'm saying? But even drugs, you know what I'm saying? Wean yourself off, and you'll never miss the high. It'll stay on you. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Some sort of conflict makes someone separate from someone. Somebody went in isolation because they prefer peace.
Right.
Somebody feels like somebody's uninterested in an untrustworthy friend. Okay. Somebody got deep feelings, but they was hiding them.
To let my grandsons know I ain't going nowhere, man. Shit, they thought I was gonna do what Jesus did and get killed.
Secrets.
I say, boy, I ain't finna let that happen no more.
Somebody could be really anxious here or having some anxiety.
The boys were screaming.
Because maybe some hidden truth is coming out.
Just like the dog. I said something one night, the dog went, oh, shit, I thought I killed the dog by my words.
About somebody's toxic behavior patterns, or this is a hidden truth. Somebody is stressed out because a hidden truth is being revealed. The secret admirer could be anxious, nervous. So there, all right, boom. Okay. There is a significant relationship, okay, that is coming into someone's life. There was someone outside of you in the community, in your spiritual community. They could have been doing some work here to cause a delay. They've been an older woman to cause a delay for this main female to get stability. Stability doesn't have to mean, oh, like they're moving into a house, but no, like to get into a...
You know, mentioning moving into a house, you know, I bank with PNC, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna delete my bank account with PNC as soon as I get my truck and you know, do something different, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really with loans and taxes and EIN numbers that's not really real, and non-profit stuff that's not really non-profit. You know what I'm saying? If it's a lie, I don't deal with it. Like PNC. You know, I think of that as Peck in Christ. I used to think of that as Peck in Christ. But now I know they don't deal with Peck in Christ. They say they can't buy Peck in Christ a motherfucking thing. So, you know, they say, we can't buy you no truck. After I done cried to the man and let him know the truth, and he realized it was the truth. Stupid ass. But then, you know, I see PNG somewhere. I see PNG. And that's Pecking God. And that might be a bank that I need to start. You know what I'm saying? Pecking God. Pecking God ain't gonna cheat you. Pecking Christ might. You know what I'm saying? A fake Christ might. But a real Christ won't cheat you. And this the grandkids. And the kids too. Real Christ won't cheat you. Real God would never leave you. Because we got one. You know what I'm saying?
Relationship or something. This person that was doing this here, somebody knew that this was a significant relationship. All right. Whoever the secret admirer may have known that this was like a significant relationship or a soulmate. And they could be afraid that you're going to reject them or that you don't want nothing to do with them. Okay. I'm here and give it.
Now, if it's a secret admirer that I don't know, don't worry. I ain't going to reject nobody that I don't know. I ain't that type of person. You know what I'm saying? If you know, respectful of me, I'm going to be respectful and love you the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be disrespectful. If I run into you, bump into, hey, ooh, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to reject nobody that's nice to me. I would reject somebody that's not nice to me, like a bank that say, we can't buy God no truck or no house, or we can't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you an alien or something. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the president was talking about aliens and shit and talking about war and all that. Man, I ain't got nothing to do with no war and all that. I said, the children of God shall not learn war anymore. In my Bible, they Bible started the shit.